It is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Today, I have something very special for you. I have Nick with Odyssey Custom Vans on the channel today. He's gonna give us a tour of a wheelchair accessible adventure van. So join us for the tour.
Hey Patrick, thank you for having me on. My name is Nick Eilerman, owner of Odyssey Custom Vans in Hickory, North Carolina. Today we got an exciting build. This is our wheelchair accessible adventure van. It is for a client, Thomas. He is a disabled military veteran who is also a Marine, and I can't wait to show you a tour of this really cool van. We're gonna start off with the outside of the van and some stuff up here at the beginning. So the van you're looking at is a 2020 Ford Transit mid-roof. It's the 350 chassis, 148-inch non-extended. It does have a Van Compass 2.0 Topo lift kit. Got black Rhino rims, BF Goodrich KO2 tires. The front of the van is awesome. We have so much Baja design lights on this van. It's crazy. Light bar up top, Baja design up here in the front. We've got a CA Tune front bumper with a Warn winch. On the side, the fog lights are really cool. They're diode dynamics. Got some ditch lights up here. And you're gonna see this camo theme throughout the van. Really cool. All right, as we make our way over to this side, we'll just mention a couple things on top of the van. We've got 550 watts of Renogy solar panels up there. 2 max fans, they're the 7500K, so they've got the full remote control, all of that good stuff. We got a Dometic awning, and running a Flatline Vanco 2.0 style roof rack. So there's no more room on top of the van. We also have a rear tire carrier we'll mention before we hop on inside the van. And we're running 245/70 R16 for the wheel size. All right, let's walk back around the van. As you see, we've got a big ramp right here. So this is kind of the cornerstone of what the van was built for. And that was for Thomas to take his Paragolfer and be able to bring it inside the van. And this machine, if you can think about it, it's a wheelchair that he can strap in, stands him up for shooting sports, playing golf. And the van was designed to bring this machine inside, charge it, do his events and competitions on the weekend. And to be able to put all this together, you need a special size van. So that's weight-wise as well as length. So for handicap accessibility, you can't have a van that is longer than 148-inch for the Ford Transit size. So can't do the extended, you gotta do the 148 non-extended. So that's the reason we went with this van. Went with the mid-roof because, you know, height's not that big of an issue. But yeah, the core purpose of this van is to have the accessibility to get his Paragolfer inside the van, strap it down, keep it nice and safe, and allow him to do his adventures. We're gonna wrap around the front of the van. Let's not forget to mention the 30 amp shore power. So you got a nice little outdoor outlet. This is great. You can just plug it into your house, campground, charge the van up, you're ready to go the next day. As we come to the side entrance of the van, this is where everything gets kind of technical. We're gonna talk about how Thomas gets in and out of his van. So when Thomas is traveling, the rear ramp is not the main way to get in and out of the van. That is when friends are around or some additional help, that usually stays folded up in the back. This right here is a super arm, and we're gonna show you how this works. So this is how Thomas gets in and out of the van. We got some controls down here, and it's really cool. He's got a couple of carabiners and he straps in, and we'll give you a little demo. So Thomas will come here, he'll wheel up, and then you've got these really massive carabiners here, the safety lock on them. And then once he's in here, I'm just gonna hop in the van. You're gonna see how easy it is to hop in the van. So this thing's gonna arc as it comes inside the van. Now you can see a lot of attention to detail here. We've got a lot of things going on. We got a bug wall. We got 80/20. So the tolerances right here are really tight. So once you see that, just come all the way back in. And as the arc comes back down, these straps are going to loosen, and that's going to allow him to take the pressure off and get inside the van nice and safe. And then whenever he wants to come back out, it's just the same thing in reverse. So we'll put this down, get it out of our way, and we'll go on the next part where we will get inside this van and show you all the fun features. All right, let's pop this back up. So as this is going up, these are the hand controls. So he can actually, when he's in the wheelchair, this is what he uses instead of these. And so we'll just tuck that in there, make sure it's nice, and always got to be aware of the door when you're closing this. But Velcro, it's all good. Now let's talk about the floor. You notice the step is gone. So what we did to give him as much area as possible to wheel around, get in and out of the driver's seat, into the van, we took the step and we actually brought it out. So we built the floor out right at the door seam. We have, this is lawn sill, some marine flooring. This is really nice, very heavy duty, but just with the extra wear and tear of the wheelchair, we got Inhabit floor mat throughout the van. Plus it brightens it up, makes it look really nice inside. We've got safety features right here at the front of the door. We'll mention the power system a little bit later, but right here we have our master cutoff switch. This is a safety. On, turns the power system on. It also powers the wheelchair lift. If the car battery dies, he can quickly go to a battery combiner, combine it with the lithium batteries so that he doesn't get stuck if he's coming halfway out and one of the batteries dies. So nice safety feature. And then we have our final disconnect for the solar panels up on top of the roof. All right, let's hop on in. So in the front of the van, you may be asking, how does Thomas get in and out of the van and drive? So this seat, both of these seats are swivel. So as you guys may know, Ford Transit, you have to open up the driver door in order to spin the seat around, as well as making sure that parking brake is down. So this is an important design feature here. This part of the kitchen galley is the pivot point to hop into the driver's seat. So wheelchair comes in, backs up, he does a little hop over, gets in the driver's seat, and then once in the driver's seat, we got a couple of things called pedal controls. So pedal controls is how Thomas drives. So right here you have, steering is pretty simple, it's straightforward, but this over here is what is controlling the gas and the brake. So you have gas and brake control, and yeah, it's very intuitive. I've actually kind of drove the van around in the shop, and yeah, this is the arm called the pedal control. Over here we have a wolf box, and the wolf box is pretty cool. It is integrated with the rear camera, and it allows you to have a live video feed of the rear of your van while you're driving. Not only that, but you can combine the rear camera view and the front camera view at the same time and have dual rear view and front video feed in your rearview mirror. Up top, we have a vanlife components shelf. I wrapped this in a marathon tweed fabric just to soften it up a little bit, and looks really nice. You'll notice that the gap right here is smaller. This shelf is designed for a high roof Ford Transit. This is a mid roof Ford Transit. So it's just enough to put our insulative covers on top of here and store them. We've got some curtains for privacy. So Thomas gets inside, can block this off. It's great for keeping the inside cool or warm during the summer or winter. We do have two Lagoon table mounts. We've got one mounted right here at the door. He does have two tables in this van. So one for this seat, and then one over here for an additional table. And he actually uses this for his portable AC unit. So this one stays in a fixed, rigid position for that. If we come over here to the kitchen galley, you'll see the main thing that hits you is the massive Vitro-Frigo fridge. This thing is huge. It is freezer on the bottom, refrigerator on top, or you can do freezer, freezer, fridge, fridge. The reason that we got this for his van, and again, the theme throughout is accessibility and safety. So when Thomas comes in, he needs room to get to the freezer or refrigerator, but instead of having a door that opens out wide, we have a drawer that opens out very short, and you can still access everything in here, but you can imagine a wheelchair being right here. This just makes it easier, more accessible. Same with the fridge. And you see, guys, this is huge freezer. Very big refrigerator. So that's what we got for this. Moving on back, we have a really nice countertop here that we did an epoxy top. We did get the Habit Design mats customized for the top here. It's really just for looks, but it also adds more protection and looks cool. We've got a black sink, black faucet. So the color scheme in here, really nice. Custom cutting board. And then up here, we've got these sliding doors. I went with sliding doors because I didn't want Thomas to have to worry about opening big doors, doors coming down, stuff falling out. So this is really easy to reach with an arm, or, you know, it doesn't, once you move it to a certain position, it stays there and it doesn't move around. There is a little blink camera here for some inside security that he can monitor with his van. You've got a fire alarm right here. And then we do have insulative covers for all the windows in the van. So this one we just took down so you guys can see outside. Over here, we've got multiple outlets throughout the van. So we'll start off with this one. This is our 110 volt household power, powered by the 3000 watt pure sine wave inverter. Also has USB-C and USB-A, but only powered when the inverter's on. We've got a Level Mate Pro. So once Thomas pulls into an RV site, he can hop on his phone, check to see if his van is parked and is nice and level. So that's all right there. All right, let's go back to the rest of the kitchen. So over here, we've got two doors. This one, you can see that we have our hot water heater. We've got a 7-gallon gray water tank. So this is what the sink drains into. We went with 7 gallons because it's easy for Thomas to take in and out of the van. It's not too heavy. So this goes here. You'll see this little apparatus. This is an air purge to blow out the water system for winterization of the van. A little clever device, but it really helps you get that extra little bit of water that's in the hot water tank that's hard to get out. Over here, we had to put the Keurig somewhere, so here is your pull-out drawer for the our little cabinet for the Keurig. Spices, all that fun stuff, and yeah, comes into here. And they all are with the marine slam latches. It's nice, doesn't allow anything to kind of vibrate. All right, behind the kitchen galley, we've got 2 USB charging ports for charging stuff while Thomas is hanging out in bed, whether it's iPads, MacBook, that sort of thing. We've got 2 of those. Paper towel holder mounted to the 80/20 throughout the van. And then we'll swing around here. Left a little bit of metal exposed for his, just some magnets to hang stuff throughout the van. Again, we really wanted to maximize space, so he's got a bunch of hats, hat collection, so we made this custom hat shelf for him to stuff all the hats in to make use of the space over the door. You can see here the lift kind of takes up this area, so we had to kind of mold everything around there. Starting up here, we've got our audio system that is powering audio throughout the van, including the JL Audio sub and its custom enclosure down here at the bottom. For the main power system, we went with a RedArc Red Vision Manager 30. So this system controls everything in the van wirelessly. And that's really important because, again, accessibility for Thomas. If he's outside the van, forgets to turn something off, he can do it on his phone. If he's in the driver's seat, forgets to turn the lights off in the van, he can do it from his phone really, really quick. So that's the Red Arc. It takes care of everything. It does the awning outside, which is a Dometic awning. We got our Vitrifrigo fridge, multiple other circuits, including the one that is the ceiling lights. So that is what this whole system does, again, wirelessly. But it doesn't end there. We needed more wireless capability for all the Baja design lights outside. So we went with a Garmin power switch, additional 6 circuits. So this van is loaded with wireless circuits. Everything can be controlled from his phone. From here up is all 12-volt accessories. From here down is 110 household power. So we have a Kotech SP3000 pure sine wave inverter. And once that inverter is turned on, we can come down here and we have all of our breakers on. So in a minute you'll hear the microwave beep, and that is just the power turning on for the microwave. But down here he can control this in the event that he needs to quickly shut anything off. Outlets, cabin outlets, microwave, and the water heater are all in these circuits. Down here we've got a water heater timer, so when the water heater's on he can time it, walk away, not have to worry about it staying on the whole entire day. And then this plug was dedicated for his Paragolfer to recharge it in the back of the van. When he's not using it, as you can see today, it's just a normal outlet he can use for whatever he needs to. Throughout the van, we just found any space in here to add a lot of L-track. So even little pieces of L-track can go a long way. These spring-loaded rings here are so cool. You can adjust them. They have like infinite adjustability, so you can put them wherever you want to. And yeah, he's tons of these throughout the van. We've got some in the back in the bed area we'll show you in a minute. So we'll take this, we'll move up here. This, again, another sliding door, so it doesn't have to come out. It's easy. This is where the microwave is, so this is bolted in place. We have a nice shelf going out to the whole entire top. And we have one over here. You may be asking what this is for. So this is an RFID lock. So when it's shut, it locks, and you have an RFID tag, you touch it, and it unlocks. So this is secure storage back behind here, pretty cool. So come on down, we'll check out the bed here in a minute. But underneath here, we have a light bar. And so this light bar is going to, besides being disco lights, we're going to turn it to, you can have it be whatever you want it to be. But at nighttime, it'll be red. So we have this and the power system so that at nighttime, you know, it's stealth. You're not turning on this big bright light, and you can have red light as you're sleeping. Again, we have another cover here. So he can roll this up if he wants to check outside. Roll it back down. We'll show you this room rest mattress here in just a second. Talk about the power system. We've got 400 amp hours of lithium iron phosphate. It's the SOK brand that we're using. Victron Leaks distributor. We talked about the inverter. This is the Red Arc, Red Vision Manager 30. Again, we've got 10 amp load, 4 10 amp loads, 4 30 amp loads. We've got our solar rooftop breakers back here. So let's move here. We've got intake and exhaust fans. Since everything is so compact, we really needed to make sure that we were circulating the air, nothing gets overheated. So we've actually epoxied a temperature sensor to the back of the inverter. And so this listens to the inverter to see when it needs to turn on and turn off. So nice little safety feature. Got our Max Fan rooftop vent fan remote control right there. We've got 2 of them, as you can see here. And one thing I like to call the art piece of the van is this slatted ceiling. It's really cool. It's made up of 12 individually soldered LED circuits. So nice and custom. Just a really cool look. Dimmable. Again, wirelessly controlled. And yeah, let's hop over here to the Murphy bed. So again, we needed to have his Paragolfer come in, but when he's not using it, we wanted to be able to sleep in the van. So we have 2 safety latches here. One here and then one here, and you can hear this one lock in, so this is not going to rattle. So once you take the safety latch and you open this one, bed comes on down, and just a perfect fit. Took a long time to really dial in this angle. But you take it out, and take your Rome rest mattress. And again, this is a custom mattress. As you can see, it's a perfect fit. It's a one-off mattress for this van. We have additional insulation over here, access to cables back behind this plastic. So that's our bed. And a cool feature for the van, or the bed, is these hinges. We didn't have room for gas struts, so these are heavy-duty fire door hinges, and we just maxed out the spring on each one of these, and it allows you to just have, just makes it easier to open and close the bed when you get the mattress on there. Throughout the van, we've got 2 element fire sticks, so these are fire extinguishers, believe it or not. Just like the fire alarm in the front, we have one in the back. This is also carbon monoxide detector as well. Right here, you see a little window. This is for the water system. So when you turn the water pump on, that light's gonna illuminate. You can see the level of the water tank. It's a very manual way to find water level, less components, LEDs wired into the pump wiring, so it's just nice, simple, straightforward. Over here, you'll see 2 vents. We relocated the AC, the Ford factory AC, to underneath the refrigerator, and that is allowing us to use this for the back of the van. We've got tie downs here, L-track tie downs for the Paragolfer. Now, all of these tie downs, they are through bolted with grade 8 bolt through the chassis of the van, so very safe. As we come over here to this side, we're really trying to maximize our storage. So we got nets here for shore power. We've got our ARB air compressor that we also use for the air purge and for inflating and deflating tires. We've got a collapsible hose for the rear shower spray down, and we've got an RV water filter for the 20-gallon over-the-wheel well water tank. We got Scandivic valves and accessories, and then over here we got an Aquar washdown that uses a quick connect, so pretty cool. So that's his rear spray down, so he can spray down his wheelchair, Paragolfer, all that good stuff. More fun stuff over here. We've got a ARB compressor. This thing is awesome. Up here we added even more solar. We started out with 350 watts, now we're up to 550, so this is connected to the additional 200 watts. 200 watt solar here. This is the Red Arc Manager 30, so we have 350 watts of solar using an MPPT charge controller built inside. We also have this being used as the shore power, so it does have a shore power input from the rear of the van to charge. This is your outlet for the ARB. So take your chuck, pull this in, put it in, lock it in, and again, it's wirelessly connected, so when he's out pumping his tires up in his van, he can turn the compressor on from outside the van. He doesn't have to be inside the van to use this. We move up on top here, there's a couple of these 80/20 bars going throughout the van. So not only for providing structure, they also have additional points for us to mount L-track. So we have little pieces of L-track here. We've got these spring clips. All you gotta do is find a spot, clip it in. Thomas likes to put book bags, coats, jackets, stuff like that, rain gear. So we got one bar here, and then this one up here in the front is actually how he gets into bed. So he'll wheel up here, grab onto this, hop around, and hop right into bed. Makes it really easy to get out of bed. Let's check out this ramp one more time. Believe it or not, one person can actually fold this ramp up in the van. So all we do, it's all aluminum. So we've got one here, got a little 2 rubber clamps on the side. This is the most important part. If you don't do that, it folds up on you. Then we're just gonna take this 2 right here, watch the wheels in the bottom. So we just got 2 more additional straps. And what this is in here, we can take our bug wall, we can unsnap it, and we can roll it all the way down, and so that he can still have this open at nighttime if you want some fresh air. Last but not least, we got some insulative covers in the rear of the van. Always make sure that you guys are locking the doors on your van. You don't want the doors swinging out and hitting anything, especially with the rear tire carrier. But yeah, that is the rear of the van. All right, Patrick, thanks so much for having me on the channel. Tour of Thomas's wheelchair accessible adventure van. Again, my name is Nick Eilerman from Odyssey Custom Vans. If you want to reach out, head on over to odysseycustomvans.com, and look forward to hearing from you soon.
Nick, thank you very much for taking the time today to meet me here in my hometown to give us a tour of this amazing camper van. This is our first accessibility enhanced RV that we had on the channel.
Yeah.
And I think you nailed it.
Thank you.
Now, everybody's wants and needs are going to be completely different, whether you're building an accessible van or just a regular camper van. And you catered this to exactly what he needs. I love it. Now, there's a shower, it's like an outside shower. I know off camera we spoke, and he does a lot of like gym type showers.
Yeah.
And for bathroom, there was no toilet in there, but I know he could use a porta potty or a jug.
Sure, absolutely.
So I know a lot of you guys comment if you don't see a toilet in the video that, you know, it's there's other ways to do it.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. When you really get out there and on the road, there's lots of places to go, use facilities. They're always around and really close by.
Awesome. This is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thanks.